Good morning, Moore Elementary students and staff. Today is Friday, November 15th, 2024. We're going to start with our joke for the day. It's Thanksgiving related. What kind of music did the Pilgrims listen to? What kind of music did the Pilgrims listen to? They listened to Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock. Another Thanksgiving fall joke here. What's the best thing to put into a pumpkin pie? The best thing to put into a pumpkin pie? Your teeth, of course. I have some trivia facts for you today. What is the oldest city in the United States of America, or in North America, I guess? What is the oldest city in the United States? Here's a clue. This city was discovered in 1545 by Ponce de Leon, and legend says that it had a fountain of youth. Look at that picture. Where am I? I'm at the oldest wooden school in America. And where am I? What city is it? If you need to pause it, you can pause it and get some answers if you know it. It is part of our 5th grade social studies, so hopefully some 5th graders or 6th graders know that. Here I also am, a little bit north of that city. I'm at a stadium where the Vikings could only kick field goals. At least the defense played well and we were able to get a win. But where am I there? If you haven't noticed, I was gone for a couple days having fun on a little mini vacation myself, and I was able to see that Viking victory. Reminder that there will be no school on November 28th and 29th for Thanksgiving break. We have some perfect attendance classrooms to announce. Congratulations to Mr. Norvell's 5th grade classroom, Mrs. Nolt's 3rd grade classroom, and the first classes to receive perfect end attendance were Mrs. Mantell's 2nd grade classroom and Mrs. Westling's 4th grade classroom. So congratulations, they've already captured 2 awards. Now it's time for Tips by Tip.
Good morning, Mustangs. It's been a while, but if you see me, you know what time it is. That's right, it's time for another episode of Tips by Tip. I'm your host, Mr. Tip, safety expert right here at Moore Elementary. It's been a while since I got to do that. Got an interesting and lovely topic today. It is sportsmanship. So let's dig right in. Mr. Tip, I don't really know what sportsmanship is. Well, listen up, because I'm going to tell you. By definition, sportsmanship is fair and generous behavior / treatment of others, especially in a sports contest or game. Okay? So let that marinate for a second. If you have to pause it and talk with your teacher about what that means, definitely do that. If you know what it means, great. Let's keep moving forward with that. An example I'll be using today is sportsmanship during the great game of football. Okay? For starters, at recess, we don't have equipment like helmets or pads, so there should never be any tackling or physical contact with one another, like between players or anything like that. And it should be one-hand or two-hand touch, depending on your guys' rules that you have for your game of football at your recess or like your grade's recess. I know for 5th grade, we do one-hand touch. And then it's great because it's just a quick contact, they're down, no two hands, so you're really avoiding every pushing and stuff like that too. Because, notice it's two-hand or one-hand touch, not two-hand or one-hand shoved to the ground, because that's unacceptable and that's how people get hurt, okay? Obviously, accidents happen, where you and another player might get tangled up and you fall, or someone, might trip and fall to the ground. Go over, offer a hand, help them back up, let them know, hey, I'm sorry we tripped over one another, instead of them just thinking that you tripped them or vice versa, okay? If it's an accident, let them know, okay? You don't want to avoid the conflict at all costs, okay? Also, we aren't putting people down for their abilities at this game or any game for that matter, okay? If someone misses a play or doesn't catch the ball or makes a bad throw, don't tear them down, build them up, okay? Say, nice try, you'll get them next time. Maybe it's their first couple times playing and they're still learning the game. Teach them, okay? Teach them how to throw the ball better. Show them a technique you use for catching, okay? Instead of tearing them down, then they're probably not going to want to play again. And the more the merrier here, okay? Build that person up. Nice try, good effort. Don't worry, there's always next time. Big games of football are fun. We want everyone to try to join or play, or, if someone that hasn't played joins this game and they love it, you might have a new player for life. Someone might try it and decide it's not for them. Well, they can say, hey, it was fun while it lasted. At least I got to try. It was a good experience, okay? But that's all on us. Also, Mr. Tip, it gets kind of intense out there, but we got to remember the most important thing during the school day is our learning while we're inside the school building. I get recess gets intense, and it's a great time to blow off some steam, run around and everything, but there's no grade for football or any games on your report card, like other than Phi Ed, okay? There's no prize if you win. There's no punishment if you lose. So let that sink in. Like, we get so worked up, but you got to remember it's for nothing. It's just for fun, okay? It's supposed to be just for fun. However, if we aren't playing for fun and we're kind of being a nuisance and we're not being safe or respectful or being a good sport, well, those consequences that we can receive, they're very real, okay? So you got to think about that. Consequences, you might lose the game at recess. You might lose a chunk of your recess and have to go sit on the bench and kind of just think it over. Okay, you'll probably talk with an adult and go over a plan about how we can eliminate that behavior and replace it with a better behavior. Not to mention, if we don't play the right way, it's not safe. Injuries happen, friendships might get ruined or tarnished, okay? And if you can ruin the game for others, like yourself and friends, and we don't want to ruin a game for anybody. We don't want to make anybody have a bad day. Again, football is my example, but we use good sportsmanship for all the recess, for any game, Phi Ed, games in the class, sports that you play for the school. We can utilize sportsmanship every day, all day, if we really think about it. So Mustangs, keep that in mind as we head to recess next time, or next time you're playing a game, okay, for the future, and let's see that sportsmanship and safety in action. So team, here's the play. Sportsmanship on one. Ready? Break. Have a good recess, Mustangs.
Thank you, Mr. Tip, for sharing that. Remember, there are no Super Bowl champions that are crowned on the playground. We're going to be teammates in a year or two when we get to the high school, and let's make sure we're all enjoying playground and not taking it too serious. Make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Mrs. Nelson's 4th grade classroom.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United